Oberbrunner, great to be with you today. We are talking all about launch teams. So, we're going to talk specifically about when you launch a product, when you launch a service, a brand, a business. How important is it to have a launch team? And just as important, how do you build one? So, if you are checking us out today, go ahead and type in where you're from. That would be awesome. Go ahead, type in your name and list below where you are from. We have Michael, we have uh, Sheena, I believe, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Great to have you guys with us. So listen, I'd love to hear what you are going to launch. Are you going to launch a book? Are you going to launch a brand, business, you name it, ministry? Pop in the comments below. We are going to be launching very soon my next 3 books. So that would be Your Secret Name, The Deeper Path, and Day Job to Dream Job. And some people just recently shot me a message saying, how in the world do you have a 20,000 person launch team? Well, it's a strategy. Okay. So I'm going to take a deep dive into some of that stuff today. But the best thing you guys can do is start asking questions, because I can talk all day long. I'm not going to. This is just going to be 30 minutes or less. But I'd love for you guys to type in what you need. What questions do you have? So when I first started publishing books, I had 0 launch team. My first book came out in 2004. I don't even know if Facebook was around in 2004. But the thing is, I didn't really think about launches. I didn't think about the fact that I needed to create energy around my launch. That's a mistake I see people make all the time. New authors, they think that they're just going to hit the publish, and all of a sudden the world's going to take notice, and the world's just going to listen and jump in and support them. That's not the case. Write this down if you're taking notes. Basically, events drive energy. Events drive energy. I believe every launch should have a specific date in mind. Now, that might seem obvious, but trust me, there are some people who don't realize that. Every book should have a birthday party. It's called a launch party. And just like we wouldn't think about having a new baby without a baby shower, or a new wedding without a wedding party, you need a book party. You need something that's going to drive energy around an event. Steve Jobs was amazing at this. If you guys ever saw Steve Jobs announce a new Apple product, there was hype, there was event, there was energy. And as a result, people showed up to pay attention, to listen to what was going on. So Janet says that she's going to be launching a book in a few months and eventually relaunching my previous one. So Janet, trust me when I say you can relaunch something and make it very effective. We see this, for instance, I didn't just relaunch the book with the same book cover. It's a new book cover. It's a new subtitle. Okay. It's a new, it's new back ads. I mean, the whole feel of this thing is brand new. You got to give people, if you're relaunching something, you got to give people a reason to jump on board. Don't just say, hey, we're gonna relaunch the same product over and over again. You got to show your people why you're relaunching it. Okay. So Donna says, hello, Kary. We'll be launching my sequel to Broken by the end of this year. Big congratulations to you. Here's what I'm going to do for everybody. I'm going to pop this right in the comments. If you want to literally see how we are launching the next books, go ahead and register for free below. Literally free. There is no hype. There's nothing. You basically just grab your ticket for free to the launch party. And what we're doing is, this is the largest ever in-person launch team that a launch party that I'm having. We're having over 400 people show up in Columbus, Ohio. But what we're also going to do is we're going to broadcast this thing to the public. Now, I'm going to share a couple links for you guys here to help you out. But one of the things is that in the notes below, go ahead, look in the comments. I just shared the free ticket to the party. I also am sharing this group is the 20,900 person launch team. Folks, I don't know how else to say it. This is the place where you can get a front row seat. You can see how I pull back the curtain. Imagine if your launch team was 20 people or 200 people or 2,000 people. This is 20,900 people. And I'm going to show you beginning today. Today is the very first post inside that launch team on this topic. What I'm going to lay this out for you guys. I encourage you, if you have a VIP launch team, you create a free Facebook group. Okay, so this is some strategy here. You create a free Facebook group. You have a private group for your launch team. And listen, you begin to serve these people. Your job is chief vision caster. That is the job of your launch team. That's the job of you for your launch team. You do not treat these people like they are your slaves. Okay, you do not treat these people like they are supposed to do work for you. Instead, you treat these people as colleagues, as collaborators, as people that you're going to sow into and invest into. It's not about buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. What you want to do is you want to cast a vision. So for example, if I was launching Day Job to Dream Job, I would cast a vision around all the research and data of people who are stuck in their day job and what that cost is. And we know that the cost of being stuck in your day job is literally, for some people, death. The term in Japanese is karoshi. It means death by overworking. And I would begin to cast vision over and over and over again so that people would see, oh my gosh, I'm passionate about this cause. Yes, let's partner with Kary to help people in the world. Even if your book is fiction or children's, you need to accentuate the why. If you just say, buy my book, I'm not excited about that. Nobody is. But it's your job as book launcher to cast the vision about what your book will do for people in their lives. And when you do that job well, then people get behind you. They get excited about it. One of the things that I'm going to do, and by the way, we're getting some great questions now. Go ahead, if you guys don't mind, tag an author that you know who needs to see this. Share this if you can do that. Why? Because my job is to help authors. I love to help authors, and chances are you know somebody. So go ahead, tag somebody, share this, and let's get a big party here going. So Nicole says, if I live in a small town, is it better to do an online launch via Facebook as well as a launch party? I'm hoping to have a big event for moms. What should I expect to pay for a big event? Now listen, you don't need to pay a lot of money at all. You guys do not need to pay a lot of money for a launch party. I've had people have launch parties in coffee shops, in churches, in business boardrooms, okay? You do not need this crazy big glitz, glam, lights, balloons, the whole thing. Now, if you want to, you can. What I encourage you to do, though, is to basically at least have the live streaming capability, okay? So what do I mean by that? If you're going to have a physical launch party where people physically show up at a location, that's cool. But also consider live streaming it. Why? Because there's plenty of people that can't make the flight or the drive, but they still want to celebrate. And as a result, when you go online, it gives them that opportunity as well, okay? So a couple more things that I'm going to give you guys today and talk about. One thing I want to do is I want to give you a free 30-day. This is not an affiliate link. This is just value for you guys. This is a free, oh yeah, this is free 30 days for Be Live. So what do I mean by that? I'm using Be Live right now. So I'm using Be Live. If you're saying, how is he using this and what is he doing? That's where it is right now. Go to this link. It's right in the notes below. Grab your free 30-day trial. That's something I've negotiated with Be Live so that you can play around with this in your sandbox for 30 days. Now, I could have a guest right now interviewing me. So here's the difference between Be Live and Facebook Live. When I use Be Live, I'm able to bring comments up. You see that? I'm able to bring comments like this up. That's a benefit of Be Live. I also like Be Live when I'm having an interview with someone or when someone is interviewing me. And when I do that, their face would be here, my face would be here, and we would be able to interview each other. Now, here's what I do. This is very intelligent. I had to learn the hard way. But what I do, it allows you to save the video. And you can use the video, you can put it up on YouTube. You could put it on your iTunes if you have a podcast. You can share it around, but that is archived and you can use that content. So if you were able to get somebody to interview you about your book, you could put that on your website later, and it would be a great tool for people to say, oh, this is how this person interviews. All right. Now, Facebook Live, I often use when I go speak somewhere. So if I'm not doing an interview, but if I were to be like way back here, standing and speaking, I do a Facebook Live every month for the Igniting Souls Fellowship. And I'm going to put a link in the show notes for you guys. I'm putting a lot of stuff out there for you. All this stuff today is free. Our next Igniting Souls Fellowship is October 10th. And what I'm doing is I'm going to put the link right there. But this is what I do when I do my book launch party. So you'll see Facebook Live. I don't do Be Live for my launch parties, but I do Facebook Live. And my buddy Joel Kessel and I will be sitting on chairs, and it'll be broadcasting to the world. What I also encourage people to do is have someone manage Facebook comments. Today, I'm managing it. Why? Because I just decided, spur of the moment, let's do a Be Live, because people were asking me, how do you build a launch team? But during the launch party, there's no way I'm looking at the comments and trying to talk and look and talk and look. No way. You assign a teammate to basically manage the comments and be dropping in links, for example, links for your book on Amazon, that type of thing. One of the things that we do for our launch party is we're giving away tons of prizes. We're actually giving away over $2,500 in prizes. Now, there's a strategy and a system that we do. It's actually incentivizing book orders. So if you're curious and you're saying, hey, my friend tagged me, or Wayne just said, thanks for the tag, Donna. If you guys want to see this happen, October 27th, you can actually watch how we do a launch party. Last time, 2 years ago, we set a world record for the largest ever live stream book release party. This launch, we're going to shatter that. Why? Because we got 400 people physically in the room. Our launch team's 20,900 people. We're going to just crush that. So I'd love you guys to watch it so I can teach you how to do this. I'm a teacher. All right. So not literally, but that is my heart. My heart isn't just to say, hey, watch me do it. My heart is to say, how can you take what I'm teaching and apply it in your own life, your business, your book? I love it when authors do good book launches because it helps them out a ton. You got to have an MC for your launch party. Do not listen, and it doesn't need to be a professional MC, but you need an MC for your launch party. Why? Because nobody likes how it feels when an author's up there saying, buy my book, buy my book, buy my book. It just feels off. It feels self-promoting. You want to have an MC who's basically asking you questions. And we have what's called a TikTok. Our launch party is literally mapped out minute by minute by minute with what's called a TikTok. And these are all things that I'm going to show you along the way. If you're asking, like, how do I get private access to this? I want to learn what Kary's teaching about. I want to do this with my own launch. Folks, I'm going to put the link one more time and tag somebody, okay? It's got, again, you can do the research. I didn't make up this launch team out of thin air. It's 20,915 members. And you can imagine when you launch a book with 20,000 people behind you, it's crazy. Okay, it's going to help out a ton. All right. Other questions. So do I MC launch parties? No, I don't MC launch parties. Do I endorse our authors? I endorse our Author Academy Elite authors and their book That's one of the privileges I do. If you're saying, what the heck is he talking about, authors? I myself have a publishing company where I teach authors how to write, publish, and market the correct way. And I'll put that link below. We just got done starting a new class. We don't have any more openings. You missed your chance. But if you want to get in for next time, you can certainly watch the free training there. But that boat has gone and sailed. So if you made it, fantastic. We literally have thousands of people that apply, but we could only accept 50. So that is now closed. But other questions that you have, Leah is going to be launching her book soon. It's great to have Leah on today. Let me give you some other tips and tricks about the launch party. So if you're just joining now, I already talked about the power of having a Facebook group for your launch team. I talked about the technology you need, the differences between Be Live and Facebook Live, and when you might want to use the different services. I'm also going to talk about what to do in your launch team. What I do is I break down the entire week into daily posts. So for example, what I'm going to be doing in our private VIP Facebook group, and if you'd like to be part of it, you can. Again, we have 20,000 plus people in it. What I'm going to be showing them is basically a flow. So for example, today's Friday. So today is Facebook Friday. So every Friday I'm going to join in my launch team and I'm going to do a Facebook Live video for them. Saturday is Strategic Saturday. What I do is, again, I'm launching 3 books at once just because I'm crazy. But what I do, let's just say I was launching this book, okay? This book, Your Secret Name, the subtitle is called An Uncommon Quest to Stop Pretending, Shed the Labels, and Discover Your True Identity. So what I would do, again, you make your launch team be about the topic of your book, not buy my book, buy my book. You make it be about the cause. Even if your book is fiction, a fiction book could absolutely have a cause about, exposing the infidelity of someone with the main character and how your cause is to help save marriages. See, even fiction can have a cause around it. But what I do on Saturdays, it's called Strategic Saturday. And what I do is I basically give my launch team a strategy that will help them, for instance, not wear masks in life or stop wearing labels, this type of thing. So you make I basically go Facebook Friday, Strategic Saturday, Sneak Peek Sunday, where I give them a sample chapter as part of my launch team ahead of time. Why? Because you're going to want reviews later on. You're going to want your launch team to do reviews of your book. So you got to give them the digital version of your book. I prefer to give it to them 1 chapter at a time. I like launch teams to be 30 days prior, not much more than 30 days, because it's tough to have energy for 6 months or 3 months or 2 months. I think 30 days prior to your launch is great. I started my launch team yesterday and it's the 27th. So I really only have 23 days. Okay. But we're going to make it happen. It's going to be fantastic. Then I move into Mission Monday. Okay. Mission Monday is where I'm basically going to give my launch team a mission. Okay. So it might say, hey, post in the comments below how today you chose not to wear a mask. Write down a situation where you said, you know what, I'm not going to wear a mask. And it could be like, hey, I went to a networking party and everyone was super successful. And I said that, you know what, I'm in a job transition and I was open and honest. Okay, whatever. That could be a mission. But what it does is it creates community in your Facebook group. People say, oh my gosh, I love that, or I can relate, or this person's brave, and it helps connection. I tell people often that people come for content, but they stay for community. Okay, I got that from my friend Stu. They come for content, but they stay for community. You want community within your Facebook group. So if you're part of the VIP Kary launch team, thank you, first of all. And second of all, connect with the other people in that community. Tuesday, I do what's called Tool Tuesday, where I basically provide a tool based upon the content. So for example, if this was the book that I was launching, which this is one of them, and it's Day Job to Dream Job, on Tuesday, I would give people a tool on how to take one step closer to turning their passion into a full-time gig. And by the way, that could be accentuating some of the content from the book, right? I could post that right in there. Wednesday is Word Wednesday, where I basically announce a word and we go after it. So I say, like, today's word is overcomer. And I might say a few things about the word overcomer. And I say, listen, right below what you've overcome. And some people might say addictions or people pleasing, this type of thing. So again, your launch team becomes connected. They become powerful. And then Thursday is Thankful Thursday, where I basically highlight a team member who's been active and I basically thank them publicly. Why? Because it's good for the team, it's good for gratitude, and it lets people know that it's not just about me, it's about the team. So folks, I hope this was helpful. We got a lot of people who are jumping in, saying things. Jenny says, are physical launches better than internet launches? I don't think you need either or, Jenny. I think it can be both and. There's obviously some powerful connections that happen with physical launches because people show up and there's pictures and there's physical book signings and this type of thing. But listen, there's a lot of people that can't make it to your town. And so broadcasting it virtually is really powerful as well. So I kind of like to do both and by the way, welcome Brenda. Brenda's going to be doing her launch team. She's one of my students. So she's kind of following the system that I teach with her own launch party coming up very quickly. So folks, I hope this was helpful for you today. A lot of people, thanks for jumping on. Here's my challenge to you, okay? Listen, don't try to do this thing alone. I love to help people. I love to bring them alongside and show them how to do it. And one of the ways that you can show how to do it, and by the way, Soma, another one of my students, awesome. She's fantastic. She's got a great book she's relaunching. See, Soma, you can kind of relaunch books too the right way, okay? So a lot of you are friends and fans and followers. I consider you guys my close friends, my colleagues, the people who are in this thing with me, and we're trying to help. There's another one, Phil. Look at you guys, man. This is like the dream team right here. Okay, so thank you for being part of this. Here's my one ask. Okay, my one ask is to tag somebody who needs to see this. Maybe they are going to be launching a book, product, service, brand, ministry. They can benefit from this as well. And then number two, come to the party. We're going to have an absolute blast on October 27th. If you can't make it physically to Columbus, Ohio, watch the live stream. This is the only part of the conference that's a session that we're going to be live streaming. Soma's going to be there in person, as well as a lot of other people. But if you can't be there physically, then watch the live stream as we do the launch party, all right? And listen, I'd love for you to be a team member in the VIP launch group. Again, why not? We got 20,900 people. Let's see if we can get a few more. And unlike most launch parties, my launch party, I'm kind of demonstrating to you guys why I'm doing what I'm doing. So this is not your typical launch party where it's just like, hey, you know, we're just going to watch Kary do it. I'm actually showing you and I'm teaching you, hey guys, today I'm going to do this and here's why. And as a result, I think a lot of people are going to do better launches, because it breaks my heart when people don't do good launches because they put so much time and effort into this book that they write and then they fumble right on the 1 yard line and they never score. Okay. I want people to be able to score. Awesome. So Francesca, how do we join the launch party? I'm putting links. Just look at the links below. There's a link to come to the party. It's just karyoberbrunner.com/party. And then to join the launch team, I put that link below as well. So guys, I'll be doing some more teaching and training around this. I hope it was helpful for you, and can't wait to see you guys succeed in your own launches. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you.